And there's one variable of the manufacturer spend equation that I don't think really gets enough attention. Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Waller's Wallet, and in this video, we're going to talk about a more taboo topic in the points and miles game, and that is manufactured spending. We'll touch on what it is, how to do it, and if this is even something you should be considering doing. Now, if you want a simple way to help out the channel, consider hitting that thumbs up button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn that bell notification on as well so you don't miss out on future videos. Now, first off, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you I do not manufacture spend. I did a little bit a few years back, but after a register glitch at Dollar Tree or Dollar General, I lost about $500, and after that, I decided I was done with it. And anytime you mention manufacturer spending to people, it is this gray zone and people can get extremely uncomfortable talking about it. Affiliates don't like it, banks don't like it, and people who manufacture spend don't like giving information away that could ruin their opportunity to continue to manufacture spend. And if you do decide to manufacture spend, there is risk involved. So now let's get into it. And starting off with, what is manufacturer spending? Manufacturer spending is when you buy debit gift cards, most notably Visa gift cards, with your credit cards, then liquidate them back into cash and then pay off your credit card. And this is usually done by using the gift cards to buy money orders, then paying off your credit card bill. And you do this again and again and again to earn yourself a lot of points and miles or even cash back to help you travel more or maybe experience more premium cabins. This is essentially buying points for an extremely cheap price. And this has also become harder for people to do as well. So that brings us to, how do you do it? How do you do manufacturer spending? Now, I alluded to this just a second ago, but you need to buy debit gift cards. And when you're doing this, you're not wanting to earn just 1 point per dollar for those purchases. You're wanting to earn 3, 4, 5, or even more points per dollar for these gift card purchases to make sure you're really earning a lot of points. Now, when you buy these debit gift cards, there are activation fees associated with them, and there could occasionally be promotion at places where these fees are reduced or even waived. But with these fees, you would still come out ahead if you were to do this. For example, if you were to buy a $300 Visa gift card at Staples with your Ink cash, you would pay $8.95 in activation fees, but you would earn 1,500 Ultimate Reward points since the Ink cash earns 5x at Staples. So even if you were to cash in your points at 1 cent per point, you're still coming out ahead here. But if you use my value of Ultimate Reward points of 1.5 cents per point, then you would earn $22.50 in rewards before you even accounted for that fee, definitely coming out ahead. And occasionally, Staples has promotions where they waive the activation fees on some of these Visa gift cards as well. So this is a great way to save more money on those gift cards. Then once you have the gift cards, you need to find a place that will let you turn those gift cards into a money order. And this is really going to be dependent on your location. Some places have far more opportunities to do this than others. And if you find some place that will let you do this, then there usually is a fee associated with the money order. And there are limits to the amount of money orders you can do at certain locations, or even monthly dollar limits before paperwork needs to be filed. But if you have successfully done that part, then you can take that money order and then deposit it into your bank account, then pay your bill, then restart the process. Now, some banks are very sensitive to money orders being deposited into your account, so I would probably not use your main bank account in case you were to be shut down. Now, while it sounds great to potentially earn a lot of points at a really low cost, remember, there is risk involved. And one common theme I've seen in threads, people getting into manufacturer spending, is they start too fast and have no idea what the hell they're doing. Because there's risk involved here. If you lose a $500 gift card, that's it. Tough luck. You can't liquidate those gift cards, then now you have a lot of gift cards that you need to use since you've bought them. And hopefully you can afford the bill if you bought a lot of them as well. So one of the most important things to remember if you're someone considering getting into manufacturer spending is that you want to start slow and not risk more money than you can afford to be without or even lose. And what I mean here is, don't go out and buy $5,000 in gift cards if you're someone who can't afford to lose that money if something goes wrong, or if you don't have a way to liquidate them in case your primary method does not work. Then beyond losing money, you also have to worry about the card issuers, because banks are not very fond of people doing this. And some banks are a little bit more lenient than others on this as well. And I mean, American Express won't even award points, or they'll claw back points for people who are buying these gift cards. And we even saw American Express recently send out letters for Hilton cardholders for that 12x Hilton grocery promotion that they would not be getting their points for these types of purchases. And some people, this was a lot of points they lost out on. Chase also has it in their terms and conditions about potentially being shut down for gaming or manufactured spending. And I do think we will see some shutdowns in regard to the updated Freedom Unlimited or the new Freedom Flex in that 3x drugstore category. So if you're someone who likes a particular point system, you might want to tread carefully with those banks, because I doubt you want to find out you've been shut down and you've lost all your rewards. You might want to consider spreading out the spend around different cards from different issuers and not go from spending, let's say, $0 at a store like Staples to all of a sudden spending $2,000 a month there. Those are pretty easy flags for companies to see. So while the point earnings can be big, there is a risk of losing money, the risk of losing points, and even risk of losing a relationship with the banks. So should you manufacture spend? Now, I personally don't manufacture spend, but there are plenty of people that do. And there's one variable of the manufacturer spend equation that I don't think really gets enough attention. Most of the discussion around manufacturer spending is on the cost of the gift cards, the point earnings, but the one piece I think is really important is the time commitment. Some of this process can take a long time to figure out, understand, or even just waiting in lines to liquidate your gift cards. And if you're someone who doesn't want to spend the time doing this, then no, I would say you probably don't want to get into manufacturer spending. Or if you're someone who can't afford to float the money until you liquidate those gift cards, you probably shouldn't be doing this either. Because if you lose that money, you could be really screwed. But if you're someone who isn't really concerned about being shut down by the banks, don't mind the time or effort it may take to learn the process, then sure, go ahead and look for ways to manufacture spend. It can be a great way to earn points cheaply if you can do it. But I will tell you, the manufacturer spending community is pretty secretive about their process, and they're not going to spoon feed you information. Because if they share their secrets with you or tell you what's working for them, you might just blow their spot and they could lose an opportunity to manufacture spend for themselves. So it will be trial and error. And if you do decide to get into manufacturer spending and find something that works for you, it's best to keep that information to yourself, because manufacturer spending is getting harder and harder for people. So tell me, do you or have you thought about manufacturer spending? Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in this video. If you want to help support the channel, take a look at the links down in the description below. And if you know somebody that could benefit from this video, feel free to share it with them. And until next time, safe travels and take care.